Okay, it seems like it's working. Yeah, it is working. Okay. Yeah, I hear some sound. Yeah, I was like quiet. I'm like, I had to make a scandal on my Mexican Facebook. I had to make a scandal, like because Facebook wasn't gonna let me broadcast. Obviously they don't want nobody to get distracted because they want everybody to be like, you know, with the same thing, with the elections, quote unquote elections, there's no elections. Come on. You can either vote white or you can either vote white. It's like, you tell me that's an election in capitalism? You used to go to the store and you see like 100 different brands of the same product, of the same article. That was what capitalism was supposed to be about, right? That's why we are here in this mess, because, oh, I want to be able to have choices. I want to be able to like whatever, no. I bought a Russian radio, and it don't really even look like the ones over here. They probably do have them over here, but the price is going to be like, uh, I don't know, 1,000% more expensive. So that one was only like $20. $20, you can recharge the battery just like if it was a phone. And it got MP3, it got like, and it got a lot of more radio stations because I'm over here in Washington Heights. And because of that, there's no stations. They don't want to invest over here because it's, I guess, they have all their strategy over here. I mean, the language over here is not English, so that's, thank God for the language barrier. I would think if our African American brothers and sisters knew another language, I mean, that would like save them, because that's what like Chinese do. It's like, oh, me don't speak all English, and so, but you speak English perfectly, and you always make fun of me when I don't speak your master's language properly. You go like, oh, you gotta speak your master's language properly. I mean, it's like it's a contradictory narrative. There is like, it's like, oh, don't settle for a job, be your own boss, but at the same time, you still have to speak colonial languages perfectly, and you have to dress like you're white. I mean, like, cuckoo. Anyway, so I listen to the radio. And it was just like, I guess it was meant to be, because I turned it on and I was like, because I've been following, it's been like a week and a half. Our Nigerian brothers and sisters, they're really, really protesting, not like the bullshit that we do over here. Immediately in an instant, they get 20, 30, 40,000 retweets. You can see the traffic go like boom, boom. Organization. It's organized traffic, and we go here, blah blah blah. We're gonna go here, and change the hashtags, changing like all this stuff. I mean, like, it's all being led by the youth. So it's amazing. I mean, I seen Africans cry. They say, you give me hope. Your generation, some of them are apologizing. We let you down. We thought that by keeping quiet, shit was going to get better. So anyway, SARS is a special anti-robbery squad. I mean, it's like, the name over there, I guess, I don't know who the hell is going to allow anything with that name to be created and pay with your own money, with your taxpayers' money. You know, it's just like, but they allowed the government to do whatever the hell they wanted to. And so now, you know, the hashtag is and SARS now. I forgot they have all their hashtags. Well, now we have the Lekki massacre. This is ridiculous. This is what happened when you are fighting with your African brothers, just like you, but in the motherland, and you refuse to work together. You see? I don't know what's going to happen after this, because this shit is really scary. And I'm talking about the youth. I don't know how much, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know how much murder like this they've been seeing in their lives. The older generations, they saw a lot. That's what the result of the passivity. You know, yes, I despise baby boomers, but at the same time, we cannot forget, you know, how strategic, you know, terror is. You know, white terror. It's very strategic, you know, like the lynchings that was left there for weeks, you know, and that. How long are we gonna let him do this? How long? All you gotta do is retweet. Come on. If I can do it, you know, you can do it. Come on. Just retweet. The only one who retweeted, who actually disclosed, the only one I saw, it was Chance the Rapper. Is the only one. He said there's a massacre going on in Nigeria right now. It's almost 100,000 retweets. Can you believe that? In a country of 320 million people. Come on, it's like, I mean, country, corporation of 320 million people. I mean, it's just infuriating. And I've been messaging, you know, supposedly leftist media. I haven't really checked them, but I was hoping that it would just come out. I don't really check. No, but I don't really have time to check. I'm hoping that it will trend, because if they have a platform. I know it's not that big, you know, leftist media is not that big, but I mean, like, I don't think they have. I feel like I had to go through the last week to see if they actually sounded the alarm. But they know how to sound the alarm when they want to. Even leftist media, they still have a lot more credibility than a nobody, you know. So and yesterday was the day I took the day off. I didn't go on African Twitter. I was like, you know, a lot of people were talking about ending the protests. A lot of people was like, you know, no, we're not. I told them, you know, escalate. It's just time to escalate. If there's nobody being fired, if nobody's been like, you know, Buhari have not spoken to the people. There's no. I mean, we're talking about the day after. The president have not spoken yet about the massacre. They think it still is like 1975, that there was no Wi-Fi, there was no nothing. You know, it's like, I'm hoping, like, you know, people are demanding, especially France, to what's it called, terminate visas to all these, you know, elite, you know, the Nigerian elite, the African elite, actually. You should be demanding nobody. In Bolivia, they legislated because they had a coup. I mean, of course, you don't know shit. You don't know shit because you're always watching, you know, basketball wives and shit. So there was a coup. There was a coup d'etat on October 20th. Actually, yeah, a year ago. Today's the 22nd. October 20th, 2019. And yeah, it was just like all they had to do. Oh, it was fraud. The elections was frauded. The elections was like, you know, and immediately they already had, you know, Evo Morales, the president, such an idiot. Supposedly he did not I mean, I shouldn't say that because it worked out. Supposedly, it worked out okay. These elections, they had elections. Supposedly, they had a. Oh, there's a comment. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's the result of Eurocentrism. Eurocentrism equal death. People don't want to post shit. They don't want to get their Facebook friends. You don't want to get their Facebook friends, feathers ruffle. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It was like, it's our mother for crying out loud. Africa is all our mothers. If we don't prioritize Africa, we're screwed. Without Africa, we're screwed. As the whole planet population. It's like God or whoever created us was strategic into I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming, but I would say like every morning when we wake up, we should check on Africa. We should check on Africa. How they doing? There's been constant massacres in Congo, in the Republic of Congo. There's been everywhere and nothing. You go Western media, there's nothing. There's nothing. If it wasn't because I bought a radio, I bought a Russian radio, which I recommend you to buy the Russian radio. It's catching a lot more energies. I mean, a lot of energies, stations. What say energy? And so that's how I learned. And it was just a little capsule. They say a massacre in Nigeria, and that was it. That was NPR. There was a massacre in Nigeria, the protesters, and boom, that was like, and I was like, okay, so I came to Facebook. I was like, and I only saw Chance the Rapper. Yeah, 94,000 retweets. So people knew, people found out about it. Every time we hear there's a massacre in Africa, and we just got, instead of like going like, so there are the hashtags, for the people who I know, Africans, you are going through it. But for the people, if you ever see this video, check these hashtags constantly. Not the hashtags, but look at Lekki or Lekki, and it don't really cost us anything. It don't cost us anything to be blogging on Africa, to be just sharing an article. Share one article a day from actual Africans. It will help us to contextualize the motherland. I didn't really want to stay here, like, I just wanted to, like, I'm gonna go on Twitter and see if anybody will listen. I doubt it. It's just like, they know, I mean, it is a lot of people, not a lot of people, a lot of the, most of the master teachers, Black master teachers, they said that the situation for African Americans right now is worse than slavery. I heard that from the years, like 10 years ago, and I still hear it. And it must be because so much what they call indolence, so much like, we got the power, there's no way they can block us. There's no way they can block these videos. The more you like, they don't have the capacity to block everybody's post. If you use those hashtags, they don't. Chances, I found Chances right away because he got some of the most retweets. Oh yeah. Please do something. Please do something. At least, I mean, this gotta end. It's like we cannot look the other way. How come you look at Palestine? How come you look at Palestine and don't look at the African continent? I look to Europe. Europe is just as far. I think Europe is farther than Africa. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse. Come on. Stop being ashamed. Whatever happened, black and proud, whatever happened to, Black Lives Matter. I hate to say that, but all Black Lives Matter. In Africa, in Australia, in South Africa, in Mexico. In Mexico, then you say like, oh, damn, Mexicans are the devil. I hear it's like Mexicans are worse than Hitler. That's a like, cuckoo. That's what happened when they watch television. Turn off the television. Get off the television. Get a radio. They have some brand. Since I'm like this, somebody gave me a tip of this brand, and I'm gonna buy it too. But that's only for headphones. I mean, you can put a speaker on it, but I think it only used 2 batteries, so it won't last. I also bought rechargeable batteries, and they are special batteries. These are, I mean, they haven't arrived yet, but these are batteries they are for like artists, the microphones, so they don't go off. They promised to be, there was not expensive, but I had to pay $25 tax. What that tell you? Like an iPod. You know how long the iPod battery lasts if you use it, especially if I put the light on, like 15 minutes. I mean, like, well, it's an old iPad, but the battery of the iPad don't last. It's not because they don't have the technology. It's just because they don't want people to stay engaged. Okay, what's the name of these radios? The guy told me he listened to all the radio stations, even when he's in Brooklyn. When he's in Queens, he say he listened to he can listen to Long Island radio stations. Are you serious? Oh, it wasn't here. Yeah, I wrote it in my other notepad. Yeah, but they only make radios. They only make radios. I think they're from Korea or something. Somebody told me about South Korea that, because the celebrations of Marcus Garvey, I think it was the centenary of his birthday, something like that they send a letter thanking the most honorable Marcus Garvey because they use Garveyism, South Korea, and that's how they knew they had to create their own. They created like some Samsung, or I don't know what brands that they have. So a lot of people have used Garveyism. A lot of countries have used Garveyism, and I mean, some they have not really used it the way it is, but even so, it's helped them. It's helped them. So my sincere condolences to your families and friends, survivors of the massacre. Yeah, we lost friends and family to a country that does not care about her people. 2010, 2020, a day that will forever be engraved in our hearts. Oh my, it's not just another massacre. This is a massacre of the 21st century, shameless, with the whole social media watching, but Western media wasn't watching. Western Western social media wasn't watching, and I blame Western media for this massacre. Had they had coverage in the West, in this hemisphere, I don't think they would have there. I don't think they would have there. But you know, I mean, I love you all guys, and I admire your fight, your courage. You know, let yourselves be led by the youth. You know, let yourselves get contagious with the bravery of the young. God bless you. God bless you all. I really mean it. Blessings, prosperity, all the best to the original men and women, the Africans, and the African diaspora. God bless you.